What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Darkest Dungeon, the release edition. Just a fun little mini-series we're doing here on the channel. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a while and dive down into deep, dark dungeons in search of damnable good loot. We've got stuff to do. In the previous episode, we had a very, very successful run, and when I have the runs successfully, training regimen, we've already handled that good. It looks like our healer has gone missing. I have no idea what that means. I've actually never seen that before. That's kind of an interesting thing to me. We're going to get weaponsmithing 1.
Flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
And in so doing, this is going to increase our accuracy on a lot of our characters. Like, it increases accuracy on some. It increases various stats. So I would highly recommend upgrading weaponry whenever you've got the chance. For Reynald, for example, it looks like it makes his damage, his crit, and his speed better. You know, I thought that... I thought there was accuracy involved in some way. Maybe the accuracy is tied to the ability. That's more than likely the case. Yeah, it is. So that's where it's at. The nice thing about this, too, is that it's not that expensive to go in and upgrade their stuff. It is expensive, however, to acquire new abilities. So I would start out with the characters, just kind of upgrade the things that they use a lot. So with Grezlet, we use him a ton. So we would like for Grezlet to be very, very good at all of his stuff. With Fuji, exact same thing. You probably want to make Plague Grenade a little better. You might want to make the stun a little bit better because it gives it 110%, which means it actually negates 10% of their resist, which is a very, very good thing to think about. Battlefield Medicine in its final iteration can actually be a fairly decent heal. Disorienting Blast gives you a little bit extra anti-resist when it comes to the stun portion of the ability. Not anything super awesome there. I also think we should probably make it Christmas for Dismas. I do think that giving him point blank shot would make him a much more robust and useful character, but we'll wait on it for right now. Our cash flow is a little bit iffy, and I don't want to overspend and get us into trouble. What we do have stuff for, though, is we have plenty of crests and we have plenty of busts, so I think we should probably...
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine.
It probably is a decent idea to upgrade the Abbey a little bit. As time goes along, your city upgrades too, and it'll look a lot nicer. It'll kind of like there'll be, you see how the roof's got a hole in it, they'll fix that, the tower will get built, the door will get repaired. Pretty cool stuff, and I actually very much like that aspect of the game. Our blacksmith, I don't know whose weapons I want to get going. Grezlet's probably a pretty decent choice. Reynald, we still need you to get worked on, Reynald. He's still in the trance at meditating. Okay. That's okay. This is the perfect opportunity for us to get rid of a lot of his shitty quirks. I lament the fact that we're not going to be able to put him in for 3 or 4 weeks while we get him tuned up. But by the time he comes out of here, he's going to be a super soldier, so that'll be great. We've still got backup options, too, so it's not like we're that hard up. We've got another Vestal right there. I would actually be really inclined to get rid of somebody for the Vestal. What does that do? We'll never drink. I'm trying to decide who's going to be the most expensive to fix here. I think I'm going to get rid of Fuji. I don't really want to, but we need to make room for another healer.
Those without the stomach for this place must move on.
And then, so we've got Poussain right there. And Poussain's really, really good, so that'll be really, really awesome. Her new nickname's Pooh Bear. So now that we got Pooh Bear in, I guess I could just rename him that, couldn't I? There. That looks way more Hawaiian than I planned on it. Still, if we could just, like, amplify the amount of spam so far, I think I'd be okay with it. We could technically put a glottal stop up there and call it Pooh Bear. But I think that Pooh Bear like that, I like it. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm coming home. Feels exciting. My granddad actually never learned to speak Hawaiian from my family on that side. They do all speak Hawaiian. I had to learn it in college, like many, many years later. My granddad actually he and his brothers were the only ones in his family that didn't speak Hawaiian because missionaries ran Hawaii when he was a kid, and Hawaiian, you weren't allowed to speak it when you went to school or any public function, and so they'd smack you with switches and shit if they heard you speaking Hawaiian. So, like, everybody in his family spoke Hawaiian except for him and his brothers. Kind of a weird thing that people beat you for your language. Despite all that, my grandfather was like the nicest man I ever knew. Weirdest thing about that. Life can mistreat somebody like that consistently and over and over and over again, and yet he still always have a smile on his face. Better man than me. Although that's not a high bar to shoot for, in all honesty. Because I really do. I'm starkly concerned that I'm not a good person. Sometimes I think things that I know like no rational good person would think. And I just suppress it because I know like socially you're not supposed to have those thoughts. And so like I just push it down so that it doesn't come out. But I definitely think bad things all the time. It's constant. It's like a cavalcade of just misery and upsetness in my head. Pooh Bear. Let's get Pooh Bear leveled. Bring Pooh Bear along. Turnbull. What disease did she get? Tapeworm. Okay. Yet another problematic role. Work on her stress first, just to get that taken care of. With the current group that we're running, let's diversify a tad. We'll bring him. Ookt. That's one of those orcish sounding things. Did I get an extra space right there? The spacing looks weird. There we go. Moyon the moron. I like our group. I think that'll work. We've got frontline healers. We've got backup healers. Everything's looking pretty swell. We just need to do a generalist run. It doesn't really matter what we go after right now. We just need to go after something. A medium run would be more lucrative. However, it'd be dangerous at this point. That's the best choice because the Warrior's Cap is a really, really solid piece of equipment with no real downside. It's just nice to use, so maybe we'll do this. The Cove is a little bit more difficult in my opinion than any of the other areas though. Maybe it's just me. People can feel free to disagree, I don't mind. I also don't know what to use on any of the altars here, so we'll kind of just be eyeballing it and doing our best. Why are band-aids so expensive? That's like what they charge you at the hospital for band-aids. You're going to get an ace bandage for 400 bucks. Like, damn it, this was expensive. Oh, I don't have shovels. Let's nix those then and take the shovels instead. That'll work.
Salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Meh, pelagic nightmares don't scare me. Come back when they're Hadal nightmares. We've got a really solid party right now. I think we'll probably be good. I actually didn't check to see what's his dysfunction, though. What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? 10 blight resist. That's not as bad as it could have been. That's a booby trap right there. And I refuse to be the booby who steps on it. Pretty sure that's named after... Please don't. No, 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 no. Oh, that is becoming so irritating. Is it like 100% he can't walk past it without that happening? Because that is really irritating because we just missed out on a ton of treasure. You use medicinal herbs on that thing and you get so much treasure out. Oh, no. I am upset that he keeps doing that. We're going to have to fix that sooner rather than later, I think. I don't think we're going to have much of a choice. We got a battle right here. So, Persona... The Persona Pot of Murder is this guy. You got to get rid of him first because he explodes when his health gets low. And so I would highly recommend whittling him down slowly if you can. And then finishing him off with one big last hit. That'll work for right now. Seaward slash. A little bit of damage out. She's stunned. Let's go ahead and snipe him to make sure that he doesn't blow up all over the party. Remember, he's a boomer. You don't want him to go very far. This guy stuns you, which can make him kind of a minor nuisance. It's not too bad, but it can still be irritating if you're not careful now that she's been tentacled. Not having a whole lot of good luck right now. These damage rolls are kind of high. Alright, pal. It's time for you to go. How did he get his own sword rammed through his head? You know you lost a fight when somebody rams your sword through your head. He doesn't need to heal yet. Let's just finish this thing. 15 damage right there. A very satisfactory hit. We got a move stone and some crests. The move stone is going to be pretty helpful in the future. I brought band-aids, didn't I? Well, here, let's solve that then. We might as well use some of this stuff. What is this? A puzzlingly ancient scripture of dizzying implication. Huh. I don't know what that is. So as it turns out, don't mess with this. Don't touch it. It's a bad plan. Apparently it maxes out somebody's stress. You can use a shovel on it, but I don't know why you would. I'm assuming there's some situation in which you might want to have maxed out stress if that exists. Or maybe it's just one of those things that you use once, you learn your lesson, you never touch it again. How dare you shank my backline characters? It ain't right. It ain't right. You, sir, are getting zapped. She can heal herself while at the same time dealing damage, by the way, and you should probably do that. Rampart would be... What does his knockback resist, though? Yeah, his move resist has got to be a lot, because he's a big dude. What does that do? It lowers their dodge and it lowers their speed. That's not that helpful. Let's go through the front guy. God, I love... Oh, they're the best! Ow. You point-blank shot me. Fine. I'm gonna long range shoot you back. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Point blank shot, fine. Throw in a Hail Mary shot. That's what you get. It's coming right back at you. You think you're the only person on the field with guns? Nope. We brought the DACA with us. We brought the DACA today. I'm just gonna keep on zapping. Woohoo! Tried to get us with the old prison shiv move. Tried to get us San Quentin style, but we made it. By the way, you can also use objects on people while you're in the middle of combat. I don't know if people knew that or not, but middle of combat, you can still use band-aids and stuff on people. I don't do it very often unless I'm like in deep, deep trouble, but it's doable.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I would have loved to have found out that that was the last fight. That would have been amazing. Although we are getting some crests out of here, are we not? Are we not? So band-aids. You need them. You, as a trade-off, will get to eat food. And it would appear as though we've got a little bit of backtracking in front of us. Don't touch that. I wonder if that actually attracts people. There's a quirk that you can get that makes people obsessively touch random occult objects, and I'm wondering if that's one of them. Because that would be super annoying. I'm bummed out we didn't get that treasure. We missed a major money-making opportunity right there. Like, seriously, you get sapphires, you get rubies, you get all kinds of good things out of those. I need to heal his quirk. Up until I do, he's gonna cost us money.
Mariner, another misfortune.
Keep the light radius up. This... A brackish tide pool. You use anti-venom on this. If you use anti-venom on it, it will then cure somebody's... No. Do I have it wrong? Either way. Okay, I've got it wrong. I think you use anti-venom on this. Maybe it gives you a buff or something. I don't remember exactly, but you use anti-venom on it. I was verifying. A lot of the things in this level kind of look the same. They're all like little tide pools and shit. So I don't know. I get confused easily. Stress wave. No! He's waving at us stressfully! Why, dear Dungeon Jesus, why? Man, that stun resist. I tell ya what. Start working on his health, although until we upgrade her heal, she's probably not going to be really, really useful. 17 damage out right there. Very, very nice little hit. Gonna go for the AoE with him. Don't spam his Grape Shot Blast too often. Grape Shot Blast is useful, but you want to use it in situations like that where it guarantees multi-kills. You don't really want to use it on things that are fully healed and like raring to go.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
No scout check, unfortunately, which means we could step on... Hey, there you go. We could step on a big group of fishmen who apparently love ropes. Having trouble carrying your harpoon? Rope it to your back. Seems like a solution to me. How you get it back off? I don't know, but he doesn't really seem like he's going to need it because he's got a sword anyways, so why worry about it? Let's start decking some fools. Oh. That piss poor accuracy gets me in trouble yet again. Alright, start from the front. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. Woo! You know, I said I think of this place as the worst, but I think it's just because I'm unfamiliar with it. I actually really hate the place with all the little pigmen that give you diseases and stuff. Can't stand that place. You always walk out of there spending more money than you get out. So like Grape Shot Blast would be good right there, because you get a kill and the excess damage isn't wasted on that guy. You see what I mean? Wow, they are nailing their speed rolls right now. What is their speed? Oh, their speed is 6, so that explains it. That would explain. Ooh! I like it when good things happen. Dismiss, you got 10% dodge, bro. You're supposed to get out of the way of that thing. Knock another one out. Mama said knock you out. And then we'll start destroying some corpses from the front in order to move them on up. Go for a shot right there. Was hoping we'd get the kill out, but that's life. Whatever. They're just staying on our cleric. I swear to God. She's getting crits, though. I mean, as long as she's critting, who gives a damn, you know? Let's get him a little heal in right there. Get another snipe right through the throat. Luckily, he's got gills. He doesn't really breathe through there altogether that much, so probably shooting him in the chest is the smarter idea. Rip them gills up. In the case of where there's damage spread around, you want to look at the total amount of damage. So, comes to AoEs, you want to look at, she can do a 3 to a 5 when she heals one person, but technically she can heal 8 total damage if she gets a 2 on everybody in the party. So sometimes the AoE is the right choice. In fact, a lot of the time the AoE will be the right choice if you're going for like a fully wounded party
This momentum. Push on to the task
where everyone needs to be seen to. Crate is empty, continuing our run of very little treasure. Yeah, I'm thinking this one might be a bust for us. We haven't gotten a whole lot out of this one. This might be a troublesome fight. I think the snail has really high prot or something like that. See, that's what you're looking for. That was a 10 damage heal. If you look at the total HP pools of the party, was not a terrible way to spend our time. Alright, big dog, it's your turn. I'm gonna start working on the guy in the back with Dismas. I don't know what the snail does, so it could realistically be just about anything. I have no clue what that snail does. I'm gonna keep spamming out AoEs with her because it appears to be helping a little bit. He's got 75 prot, so we probably want to mess with him last. Good. Perfect. Our fights have been going pretty well so far. I think as long as you kind of know what you're up against in this game, you should be alright. 2 damage out right there. 1 damage out right there. Oh, we got the kill. Okay. I was going to use the last turn to lower his stress a little bit, just so we didn't get too far out of control. This thing right here. There we go. You can use holy water on it, and then you get a fat damage buff until you camp, which is actually pretty solid. If you're doing a long dungeon... oh, we got trapped. It appears as though somebody set an octopus on us.
With a singular purpose.
We've been octopussed. Keep that torch level up.
The path is clear.
There goes some food.
Require only the strength to follow it.
Ain't no room battles remaining, so I'm just trying to... ooh, there's a big dead whale. Brutal. Wonder if he did that gut-splosion thing. Have you ever seen that video where the whale explodes? It's hardcore. So what'll happen sometimes is when a whale sits on the beach for too long, all like the gases of its decomposition build up in the body, and they explode. It's pretty metal. Ooh! I was going to say, you should reduce some stress by one-shotting somebody. Let's keep on keeping on with the AoEs. We got lots of health distributed and missing from a lot of different people, so I don't know if I can finish him. That ability really seems to hurt, too. Makes me a little bit nervous. You know, the Man-at-Arms, he's not an amazing character, but what he is, he's very resilient, all things considered. He's got a big HP pool, and while he doesn't really do anything super well, I'm finding that you just can't knock him down. Like, he can take like 2 or 3 big hits in a single turn and just keep on taking it. He's just there, like eating hits nonstop. That stress reduced, because I think we might need him next fight. Or I'm sorry, in the next dungeon. I'm going to be sitting a lot of people out. I may have to fire some people too. It may be too expensive to get rid of some of their negative traits. A little better.
Mount, so too will resistance.
Yeah, let's find out if this is 100%. It's not. I think we just had bad luck. More treasure. Yum. Picked up a lot of, like, torches. Seriously.
Spirits are lifted.
We pick up a ton of torches on the way. Let's get up and out of here. Got that helmet, too. That'll be nice.
The things are driven back for a time.
I will more than likely put that on my leper so that his accuracy goes up by 5 because he has trouble hitting things. That's his big weakness. And if you can actually fix that, God, give us a few more crests, will you? It's 36 crests right there. Let's find out. He's got a torn rotator cuff, but it's only minus 5%. That's not bad. That actually you could just leave there until it falls off. He's anemic, which means he bleeds a little bit more, and she got Wheeled Explorer. Not too bad. We did all right.
All the decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final, crowning thing. I could not look, nor could I look away.
I think Reynald may need to meditate in order to get... His stress is a little high. I don't think I'm going to get rid of him. The 2 eyes closed that my 3rd eye may open. I hate to tell you this, man, but you don't need to sleep to fart. You can open your 3rd eye whenever you want. That's your prerogative, bruh. I think we're just about out of time for the day. Let's see what we got on our roster here, though. Just out of curiosity. We can increase the size of our barracks. And that might give us a few more options when it comes to who we want to bring along. We've got Recent.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
So if Fitzherbert, is she just like gone? Where is she? Does she just go missing for like weeks and weeks at a time? I might just fire her. I don't know. It's a level Vestal though is the problem. Vestals are really, really good. And they can be hard to come by. Like in my stream playthrough, I think we're on week 16 and I've only seen 1 Vestal the entire time. Got like 8 occultists and like 1 Vestal. So I tend to be paranoid about Vestals. I tend to retain them as much as I can.
We've got a mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A zealous warrior.
He's now Hurricane. He comes with good abilities. I'd probably take Bulwark of Faith and turn it into Zealous Accusation instead. But other than that, I like his abilities. Leper, he's okay. He's got the stress heal, which is really the most important thing. Still haven't seen a Jester yet either, which is a little bit disappointing because Jesters can be very, very useful. I'll probably... I definitely don't need another Leper. So maybe just double up on Abominations for right now.
Tortured and reclusive. This man is more dangerous than he seems.
Even if you're not planning on using the characters, I tend to bank them and backstock them just in case. That's just the way that I play the game. Other people can play it however they desire to do so. But that's just how I see it. My name is Splattercat. We're out of time for the day. I will see you all in the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. This is the release version. I hope you're enjoying our little mini-series so far. I'm having a good time playing it, so I'll see y'all later. Hi to everybody.